Good morning, Hillgrove staff. This is Mr. Samir, your ICT manager, and today I'll be going through the LANSchool classroom management system. Now, what is LANSchool? LANSchool is a classroom management system that helps the teacher control the laptops that are logged in by the students in the computer lab. Now, how do we access LANSchool? As you can see over here, I've got my systems set up. Now, in every computer lab, there is a teacher's terminal that is located at the teacher's table. Teachers, you are required to log in to the teacher's terminal using your MIMS Windows ID and password. So this would be your normal login using your NRIC number and your MIMS password or Windows password. Once you have logged in, there are two ways to access the LANSchool program. One, we can access it by clicking on the Start button, and then we scroll down to find LANSchool Teacher. So by clicking on this, you would launch the LANSchool console. That is one way to do it. Second way to access LANSchool is to simply go to the taskbar and you'll see the LANSchool icon. Simply click on it to launch the LANSchool console. Now, once you launch the LANSchool Teacher console, you'll be brought to the main interface. Now, as you can see here, we have two students who are logged in to the laptops in the computer lab. All right, and for this demo purpose, we are only using these two students' account. Of course, when you have more students logging in, you should see more thumbnails on the screen. Now, this is the LANSchool Teacher console. There are a lot of icons that are shown above, but these icons are all categorized. Now, the first button that we see here is the tutorials button. By clicking on this tutorials button, right, you will be brought to a website where you can see the LANSchool tutorials and guides. Now, most of the LANSchool guides are already available online. You can also look through YouTube to find them. For in-depth tutorials, please go through the LANSchool guides that are available here. Now, for the purpose of today's guide and tutorial, our main focus will be on the basics of using LANSchool for control over the student's system. If you would like to know more or go through in-depth tutorials on using LANSchool to its maximum capabilities, please go through the LANSchool tutorials guide or approach the ICT manager for more information. Now, this is a very straightforward feature where your screen simply takes over the student's screen. Now, all I need to do is click on Show Teacher, and what will happen is that LANSchool will automatically switch to the last program that you are using, and to give you a view of what is happening to the students screens are also showing the same screen as the teacher. So, back on the teacher's screen, if let's say go to LANSchool, all right. Now, on the taskbar itself, there are two options here, 1 and 2. One is the LANSchool Teacher console, and one is the Show Screen settings. Now, in the Show Screen settings, you can actually interact and annotate on the screen. So you can draw on the screen, and as you draw on the screen, the student's screen will also show the same thing. Okay, you can stop your drawing. Okay, and if you want to stop it completely, if you want to stop showing your screen, just click on the stop button. I'm going to show you how it looks like from the student's side. Okay, so this is it. I'm going to click on the stop button now. As you can see, once we stop showing the screen, the students' icons or the student's screen go back to what they last used, right? So this is the simple command of showing the teacher to the students, all right? Now take note, if you do not select any student on the thumbnail view, all right, by default, all the students are selected to show the screen. If you only want to access one student, to show the screen to one student, simply click on that student, right? It will be shown by a little highlight, and then click on Show Teacher again. So when I do this, right, I'll go to the student's view. When I click on it, as you can see now, only one student is being accessed to show the teacher's screen. All right, now, the next feature that we'll be going through is the control feature shown here. The control feature is a command that allows you to control a student's laptop. So the difference between show teacher is that you are just showing your screen to the student, whereas for control, you are actually controlling the entire student's laptop. Now, how do we do this? First of all, as you can see, the command is grayed out, so you can't control any student. You must select a student to control. So first of all, let me select this student over here. When I click on it, okay, click on the student and you will see the green highlight. Once you've clicked on the student, the control command will be active. Now you can just click on the control button and you have full control of the student's computer. Now, how do I know you have full control? Let me just show you from the student's point of view. Now, the one that we've just controlled is student A. So as you can see, when I move my mouse on the teacher's terminal, it also moves the mouse on the student's terminal. You can open up, you can double click on any of the icons. As you can see, you have full control over the student's system. Now, please take note, the student's keyboard and mouse will be disabled when you control the student. To stop control of the student, just click on the control button again. You will go back and give the student back the control. Now, it is not recommended for you to select multiple students and control multiple systems at a time, as we have tested it and it can be quite laggy. It would be highly recommended to just control one student at a time. The next command that we see here is the View All command. Now, this is a simple toggle that when you press it, it just shows the details of the student and the details of the system and what program that they're currently using, right? So it also can give information such as the last website the student was accessing. And if the student had been asking any question or chatting with you, it would appear here, right? So you click on the button again to toggle between the thumbnail view and the details view. Now, in order to gain attention from your students, the next command is important. And this command is called the blank screen command, right? By clicking on blank screen, and if no students are selected, right, we would actually blank out the student's screen, right? So let me show you how it looks like on a student's point of view. Now, when I click on blank screen, the screen will be blanked, and as you can see, a display message will come out that says eyes to the front of the classroom, right? If I click on the blank screen button again, it would actually remove the blank screen command and the student can continue to do their work. Now, you can also select a particular student to blank screen. Just click on the name in your teacher console and then click on blank screen. And as you can see, it will blank screen the student that you have selected. If you like to change the command or the display name when you blank screen, simply click on the down arrow, right? You can choose to configure and type the text that you would like over here. Once you've typed the text, press apply and OK for the changes. The next one that I'm going to go through is the mute button. Now this is very straightforward as well. The idea of the mute button is to mute or disable the sound on your student's system. Right? Simply select the screen that you want to affect and click on the mute button. Right? So as you can see, there's a little icon that pops out that mutes the student's system. If you do not select any student and you click on mute, it would mute all the systems affected. Now the last command that I'm going to go through with all of you is an important command, as not only is a good practice, but also it helps our school's desktop engineers to ensure that when you leave the lab, all laptops are shut down. If you notice, laptops that are still turned on and are not properly shut down, you can shut down the laptop using our LANSchool console. Right? Now, how do we do this? All right. All you need to do is click on the double arrow, which is the more icons, right at the end. Right? And you can see a command called shutdown. Now, at the moment, the shutdown is great. And that's because for the shutdown command, you need to select the systems that you want to shut down. For instance, when I click on the student, I select the command, I click on shutdown, the option shutdown will appear here. So click on shutdown. Now they will give you a warning to say that this will force the selected student or force the selected computers to power off. All right, so click on yes, and you will see the student's system being disabled from this point. Just to go and show you what's happening on the student side. All right, as you can see, I've shut down one student's laptop already. Now, let me enforce the same thing on the other student. Click on this. I'm going to click on the student. I'm going to use the command to shut down. Okay, as you can see, the student's system is shutting down. Okay, on your system, we should also see the student being logged off and also shutting down. This concludes the tutorial on using LANSchool. If you'd like to learn more, please approach the ICT manager. Thank you.